Hello, viewers. Welcome back to another edition of Security CISO. And this time around, we're going to be talking about a very important topic, operations technology, how to keep operations safe and available and secure. So with automation taking center stage in every organization and people talking about or adopting Industry 4.0, this becomes a very important conversation to have. Whilst we have this conversation, we are also seeing innovation and technology evolution with the spectrums as well. So we are talking about 5G, 6G, 7G, and so on and so forth, making this technology usable, user-friendly, and viable for organizations. And to have this conversation, I have with me MS Raj. Carries over 20 years of experience, worked across diverse organizations where he has worked with Pneumatrix, Cable and Wireless, IBM, and in recent times with KBSL. His experience spans across, specializes in data centers, security, and of course, this special subject, which talking to him, I found that he is very, very passionate about operations technology. So Raj, welcome to the conversation.
Thank you, Christy, for having me. It's a pleasure to have this discussion and taking this OT security concept to our audience.
Absolutely. So for the viewers, I just want to tell them that this is going to be a series of conversation where we would have 9 episodes where we will be talking different aspects of operations technology. And Raj would make time to, meet up with me every day, wherever it's possible for us to have this conversation. And today, Raj, I would like you to set the concept or, introduce the audience to the introduction, right? Or introduce what is operations technology. Raj?
Okay. So thank you for that question, Christy. So when it comes to the OT, we call the operations technologies. So it's mainly evolved with the industrial components. So it's mainly subject to the hardwares and softwares we run to monitor the industrial operation aspect of it. These systems are integral to the function of various industries like energy, manufacturing, transformation, utilities, hospitals, and this kind of things. So there we would require this kind of technology to manage the process and make sure all the physical things are in order. So all these, we would require this kind of technology. When it comes to the OT evolves, a range of technologies, kind of the programmable logic controllers, which is we call as PLCs, and distributed control system, the DCS, and also supervisory control data acquisition systems, and the industrial control system we call the ICS. So these are the different elements which control all of these, the device and the process, such as manufacturing and the production plants, the power grids, transport systems, etc. So the importance of the OT in industrial settings cannot be overstated. So it plays a vital role in maintaining and make sure the safety is met, the operational are on the optimal standards of those equipments and the process of around it, and also for the energy sectors, the OT system control the power generations and transmission, distribution, and to make sure the reliable supply of electricity. When it comes to manufacturing and OT, it's automate manufacturing segment. It's about automate the process and enhance the productivity and reducing the human errors. So one of the key benefit of OT is the ability to provide the real-time monitoring and the control of the industrial process. So the real-time capabilities allow for immediate detection of or the correction or anomalies, which is going to minimize the downtimes and also prevent the risk hazards, potential hazards. Or the system also can optimize the resource utilization and reducing the overall wastage, and can improve overall operation efficiency along with this.
Mm-hmm.
However, these are the increasing the digitization and the connectivity to IoT. It's driven by the industrial IoT, which also bring the new challenges for this. How these industrial IoT going to be integrated with a traditional IT and internet, mainly the operating in controlled environment, and also its limited exposure to cyber threats. But when it comes to connected to the traditional networking or traditional IT, there are going to be a lot of attack surface opened up for the OT security as well. So earlier it was on a more or less on a smaller segment, so it's a silos. But now we cannot have that on over the long period. So we need to adapt how we can. So it's also bring its own challenges in the security also. And also it's important, the OT system and their impact on the public safety and the economy also, stability also, it's another requirement. Securing the system, it's very important because now it's heavily depend on other outcomes of economy or the public safety or the delivery of some utilities, or in terms of electricity or water or fuel. So those things all are subject to be organized or managed such a way by using this technology. And also it need to be connected to the traditional IT. So there is a lot of things that people need to have an understanding on, or the organization need to have an understanding on both how we are going to protect this OT space, because since the attack surface is increased and there is more potential of it could be highly targeted of the hackers. So that
Raj,
is
I'm just going to interrupt you here, right? I mean,
yes,
you
please.
spoke about OT, you gave some good examples. You also spoke about the traditional IT. For the benefit of
Yes.
the viewers, could you just briefly tell what is different about traditional IT and OT, or is it the same?
Yeah, there is a significant difference because the purpose, it's totally different, because when it comes to the information technology, the IT, it's more or less, it's based on the system data, how we are going to process the data thrown off the system with specific softwares kind of. So it's mainly storage, networking, and this firewall securities, all these aspects goes into the IT security, which purpose is mainly processing the data kind of.
Right.
The environment is very limited to IT landscape, like servers, computers, and network equipments, etc. When it comes to the IT priority, it's mainly on protecting the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And also the IT landscape or the life cycle of IT, it's pretty lower, about 3 to 5 years lifespan that we are talking about. But when it comes to the OT security, the purpose itself is different, because it's the primary focus. It's on monitoring and control the physical processes and devices using the technology I mentioned, the industrial ICS and the supervisory control data acquisition systems and programmers, the PLCs, etc. So there is a significant difference on the underneath the hardware itself. And also the environment also it's differ from IT. The OT systems are found in the industrial settings such as manufacturing plants, power generating facilities, and the crucial infrastructure like water treatment and the transportation, etc. When it comes to priority, it's mainly the OT priority will be remain on improving the security concerns of safety, reliability, availability, and these aspects of the physical operation, the physical process, maintaining the continuity of the operation, etc. And also the lifetime of OT, it's significantly larger compared to IT. It can be used, the logic controllers can be used over decades like. So that's a significant different evolved in compared to IT and OT. So and also unique security challenges each systems brings up. The integration of IT and OT, it's going to be bring a different challenge on the security. And also the OT environments are mainly on legacy systems, less intelligent, I would say. And also it
Raj,
requires a
if I may
real-time.
interrupt,
Yes,
Raj, if I may
sure.
interrupt, I want to talk about the challenges in a separate section. So right now,
Okay,
what I would like to narrow this conversation to setting the boundaries.
okay,
What is IT and what is OT? So when we
okay,
come
great.
back, we would talk about the current threat landscape, and then maybe in another session, we would talk about how to secure the operations technology. So we was
Okay,
just to give you a quick snippet or summarize what Raj was trying to tell you is, in our everyday life, where do we see the impact of operations technology in our life? If you are commuting, the traffic lights depend
yeah,
on operations technology. If you're in a multi-story building and if you're taking the lift, it is an example of operations technology. And Raj
correct.
rightly mentioned the objective of operations technology is to ensure safety and reliability. Right? So, with that note,
With
I
that
would like
note,
to
I would like to
thank
thank.
Raj for your time, and we will see you again in the next episode where we will talk about the current threat landscape. Thank you so much.